Hello everyone. Today I'm speaking about myself Chandana Amman. Today I'm speaking about web technology and its application. The content of the today's topic is CSS forms in web technology and HTML form in which web technology. See, first is CSS form in web technology. This is the syntax of the HTML form where form is the element where all the inputs are wrapped up into the form element. There are two types of attribute available in the form element, that is action and method are the mostly and commonly used methods in the HTML form. There are many attributes, there are many forms in the CSS, but today we will study the important forms of CSS forms. First is text field and text area in the CSS form. Text field in CSS it is used to collect the information from the user, that is created by using input element, and its attribute is to describe which type of information that we need to be entered by the that wanted to be entered by the user. This is the input type where the type of the information is entered by the user, and we can also set the name for the input with the help of the name attribute. Here we can set the name for the input element. For this input element, the name can be given. Next is text area in CSS. Text area is used to take text based information only. This is created by using text area element. Here is a text area element where the element cannot accept the type of the attribute, but it can only accept the one type of value. Here is a one type of value, that is a comment, and but it accepts a name attribute, which means that user can name the text field. Here is a text field, and then only one type of name the text area accepts. Next is a drop down list. Drop down list is it's a long list choices for the users, where it has two types, select and option, where it has a where it here is a it is a here is a syntax for the drop down list in the CSS form. Select and option this is select and option are the main two important elements in the drop down list. First is the select which wraps all the menus, all the menu items, and each item is created using option element. These are the two important elements in the drop down list. Next is a styling input in the CSS form. CSS allows us to style the input in our own by their own, by applying some CSS properties, such as giving the borders to the background color, and adjusting the height width of the providing the margins and padding of for the element for the CSS form. In the way, first is the this is the here is a syntax. As I said, we can change the background color, width, height, and everything. All the input that need to with that need to be that is given by the user according to his wish. Everything will be provided here: the background color, height, width, padding, and height, width, marking, and everything will be given here. Input, height, width, and padding, margins, everything will be given here. This is a syntax for the styling input field in the CSS form. Next is styling input borders in CSS form. This is the input borders in we can style the input borders in many multiple ways by applying CSS property. We can change the border color, broadness of according to the our needs. It allows us to change only one side of the input border, or can turn the corners into round ones or many more. Here is a syntax of the styling input borders in the CSS form. Here the width, padding, margin, boxing size, borders, broadness, everything will be given according to the user's wish. Next is inserting the images and icons into the input field in the CSS form. We can make our input more stylish and attractive by putting the image icons or images into them. We can apply CSS applying background property, and we can set the position with the help of background property position. Here is the syntax of all and here is the this is for styling the borders and the background position and background color. The main important syntax for inserting the image and icons into the field in the CSS form is this the input type is equals to text name search, where the placeholder, where the image, here the placeholder, here the link will be given, here the link will be inserted, link of the image will be inserted in the placeholder. This is the main syntax for the for inserting the image or icons into the field in the CSS form. Next is HTML property. HTML form is the element used to create HTML form. This is a form where label labeling for the first name will be given, then the text will be given according to the user wish. This is the syntax for the HTML form. There are many forms. First is the HTML form elements. HTML form elements contains a special interactive element that the users need to send the input. There are text input, text area, checkboxes, drop down, and much more. Here is a uh, syntax of the HTML form elements. Here is the name will be given, gender and country name, address, everything will be given there. As I said, it has a text field, text input, text area, checkboxes, drop down, and much more. Here is a name input and text boxes, text area, and check boxes, everything will be provided in the HTML form elements. Next is the HTML attributes. HTML attributes consists of several attributes for controlling data submission. This follows the this follows the action. The action attributes is defined the action performed when the form is submitted. It is usually in the URL for usually the URL for the server when the data is to be sent. As I said, it has a action field for the, it has a usually as a URL for the server. Here is a URL for the server where the attributes action for the action is performed when the form is submitted. This is the where it asks for the login, email address, and password, and then the application will be submitted. This is all about the web technology in CSS form and HTML forms in the web technology. In later on videos we will learn more about web technology and its applications. Thank you.